Hello guys, my name is Hassan Faiz. I'm Master of English from National University of Modern Languages and Master of History B.Ed from the University of Peshawar, and I've been teaching English grammar for the last 20 years. I am also the author of this book, Modern English Grammar book, which is included by 700 pages. This is a complete English grammar book. I'll teach you English grammar. And teaching English grammar is a fun for me, and it's really a fun for you. If you give a little bit attention, it's very easy, and I'll teach you in the easiest way. The most difficult English grammatical structure, and that is how to change a clause into a phrase in this class. I need a little bit attention of you. If you give a little bit attention and listen my lecture carefully, you will understand it very well. Okay, changing a clause into a phrase. So different questions are asked in different exams and in tests. For example, this sort of questions can be asked from you in three ways. Number one, they can ask you change an adjective clause into adjective phrase. Number two, reduce an adjective clause into adjective phrase. Number three, they can just ask you that change a clause into a phrase. So whenever they ask you these three types of questions, so they basically want this type of structure to be changed from clause into a phrase. Keep in mind that is very important, not to be confused. So when they ask this sort of question, so they give you a structure like this. The girl who is sitting next to me is Nancy. So such kind of structure or a sentence will be given to you, and you will be asked to change clause into a phrase or reduce a clause into a phrase. So many of the students are usually confused. They don't know that what to do with this, because they don't know which one is clause and which one is not clause. So first of all, keep in mind that every sentence is a clause, and we have a number of clauses which are not sentences. So when they ask you question to change a clause into a phrase, they ask you about those clauses which are not complete sentences. So those are dependent clauses, and they are usually adjective clauses. Okay, now here, first of all, what you will do, you will try to find out which one is adjective clause here. An adjective clause is dependent clause, and dependent clause is not a complete sentence, and you are supposed to change that dependent clause. Now here, the girl who is sitting next to me is Nancy. If you look at this sentence, the girl is Nancy. Now this is a complete sentence here. But here, this one, who is sitting next to me, this is not a complete sentence. This is a clause. And how you will know that which is a complete sentence, a sentence in which is which one is a complete sentence and which one is a clause? So you will understand, and you can know easily if it is included by the words like who, that, which. Okay, so there will be dependent clauses and there will be adjective clauses. That is the sign to find out a clause into such a structure. Okay, now here, the girl who is sitting next to me is Nancy. You understood that the girl is Nancy. This is an independent clause, and we are not supposed to bring any change in this part of the structure. We are supposed to bring change in this part of the structure, which is adjective clause, in which is a dependent clause, in which is a clause. Who is sitting next to me? Now who is sitting, who is subject, is this is to be verb. Who is sitting next to me? So from here up to there, this is a clause, this is adjective clause. Now you are supposed to change this clause into a phrase. So how you will change? First of all, you will remove this subject and then this to be verb, and you will change this clause into a phrase in this way. The girl sitting next to me is Nancy. Now here, who is sitting next to me is adjective clause. Sitting next to me, this is adjective phrase. So you change clause into a phrase by removing, deleting or omitting subject and verb from the structure. Now look at this example. The books that are on the table are mine. Now here, if we compartmentalize this sentence or this structure, the books are mine. Now this is independent clause. That are on the table. Now this is adjective clause, which is a dependent clause, and you are supposed to change this clause into a phrase. So that are on the table, here that is subject, are is to verb. Okay, so we will remove this one and this one. We will omit, we will delete these two words from here, and this clause will be changed to a phrase, or reduce a clause to a phrase. The books on the table are mine. On the table. Now that are on the table, this is a clause. On the table, now this is a phrase. Now here, look at this one. The idea which is presented in that article is interesting. Now here, the idea is interesting. This is independent clause, which is presented in that article, and this is adjective clause. So we will remove this subject and this to be verb. So this will become this will become a phrase. So the idea presented in that article is interesting. Now here you shouldn't be confused that we have where we have brought changes. We have brought changes just in this clause. We have changed this clause into a phrase, which is presented in that article. Presented in that article. So which is presented in that article, this is a clause, and if you say presented in that article, this is a phrase. So this clause has changed or reduced to a phrase. Okay, now here another important point before discussing this part. Whenever such a structure is coming in front of you, so we will have two sort of structures. In one sort of structure, you will find out to be verb, like is, are, is. They are called to be verb. So they have to be verb. So we will change the structures which are included by to be verb in this way. But if we have such a structure in which we don't have to be verb, like is, are, am, was, were, so how we will change them? Now look at this one. I have a house that consists of 5 rooms. Now here, that consists of 5 rooms, this is adjective clause. And here we don't have to be verb as we have here. Is, are, is. But here, that consists, directly we have a verb. And we don't have a to be verb here. So how we will change? The way is a little bit different. And that is, you will remove this subject, and this verb will be changed to the present participle form or ing form of the verb. So it will be changed from clause into a phrase. I have a house consisting of 5 rooms. So that consists of 5 rooms. This clause is changed consisting of 5 rooms to a phrase by bringing ing form of the verb in omitting or deleting this subject. So in this way, you can change a clause into a phrase, you can reduce a clause into a phrase, and you can change adjective clause into a phrase or adjective clause into adjective phrase. So they are same to same, there isn't any difference. So I think there isn't any ambiguity in everything is clear. And I have completed the series of teaching adjective clauses. Now this is the last lesson of this series, because I have started teaching adjective clauses for the last I've been teaching adjective clauses for the last few days, and this is the last lesson, and after this I'll teach you noun clauses. If you want to learn more about grammar, so you can subscribe to me and then click on the bell icon. After that, an interface will open to you. You will click on all. So after that, all my videos will come to you and you will study them step by step. And if you study my videos step by step, only half an hour you will dedicate to watching my videos, and I think you will be a skillful person after a few months if you continuously watch them. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. Bye bye.